Hello students, welcome to the biology class. We are continuing with our chapter Heredity and Evolution. In our previous session, we discussed about the inherited and acquired traits, and today we are going to start with Mendel's contribution. Mendel's experiment. Who is Mendel? Mendel is known as father of genetics, and he selected garden pea. The scientific name of garden pea is Passion stevum as his experimental material. Why he has selected a garden pea as an experimental material? Because of the following reasons. Number one, garden pea is an annual plant with short life cycle. Therefore, several generations can be studied within the short period of the time. Number two, it is bisexual plant, means both male and the female reproductive organs like stamen and gynoecium or pistil are present in the same plant. Predominantly self-pollinating, without any interference, they will get the desirable results, and easy to get pure lines for several generations. And the very important that why the Mendel has selected the garden pea as an experimental material, because garden pea plant has distinct, easily and detectable 7 contrasting traits which you can see in this table. Number 1 trait is seed shape, number 2 is seed color, number 3 is pod shape, then we are having a pod color, then pod is that you can see in the picture, that is a pea, that is a garden pea in which the seeds of the garden pea is present, that is मटर. मटर का जो फली है, that is being called as pod. And then we are having the flower color, then the location of the flower and the plant size, or you can say the height of the plant. And they are having a 2 contrasting trait of each character, that is a seed that may be round or they may be wrinkled. Seed color may be yellow and it may be green. They may be inflated or constricted. They may be green or that may be yellow. Flower color is purple, violet, or it may be white. The location or the position of the flower is axial when they are present at the axis and terminal when they are present at the tip. And it may be tall plant and it may be a dwarf plant. So while taking one trait at one time, the Mendel has done the various experiments to know out of round or wrinkle or yellow or green or tall or dwarf which can express itself or which cannot express itself in the first generation. So to know about that how the Mendel's experiments takes place, so first Mendel has taken only one trait one by one. So let's start with the monohybrid cross. What do you mean by mono? Means one. Hybrid means that is hetero, cross, a cross that made to study the inheritance of one pair of contrasting traits. For example, the cross between tall and the dwarf plant. So the question, your NCERT question is, how do Mendel's experiment show that trait may be dominant or recessive? So we are going to explain in the form of a question, that is answer is there and the cross is 2 there. So Mendel took pea plant with contrasting traits, that is your tall and dwarf. On cross pollination, he got all tall plants in F1 generation. This means that only one of the parental trait, that is the tallness, they expressed in F1 generation. When F1 plants, tall plants, were self-pollinated, F2 progeny consists of tall plants as well as the dwarf or the short plants in the ratio of 3:1. This shows that both the traits, tallness and dwarfness, they are inherited in the F1 generation, but only one expresses itself in the F1 generation. But only one trait, that is tallness, was expressed in the F1 generation. So he means Mendel come to the conclusion that the trait, that is your tallness, which expressed in F1 generation is dominant, while the trait that remains unexpressed in the F1 generation is known as recessive trait. So with this he has given us two terms, that is a dominant trait and a recessive trait. Of all the contrasting traits, the trait which express itself in the F1 generation, that is known as the dominant trait, and the trait which remains unexpressed, concealed in the F1 generation, that is known as your recessive trait. So let's have a look on this. So the Mendel has selected, that is tall plant and the dwarf plant. Here you can see the genotype. So capital T, that is your tall, that is pure tall. Dwarf is small t and small t, and that is your pure dwarf. And while making the cross, the alphabet of both the traits should be same. One is in the capital and another is in the small letter. The gametes of a tall plant is capital T, whereas the gamete of a dwarf plant is small t. On cross pollination, the Mendel got all the tall plants in the F1 generation, means the genotype of tall plant is hetero. This is known as hetero, in which one is a capital T and one is a small t. Whereas phenotypically means when externally they appear tall. But if we go with the genotype, that what type of the traits they are being present, means they are having both the traits, that is your capital T and small t. But out of these two traits, only one is expressing itself phenotypically, and that trait is known as your dominant trait. Means in this cross, the dominant trait is your tall. So this explains the law of dominance, where only one trait is being expressed fully. And when these hetero, or you can say the progenies of F1 generation, they are being self-pollinated and they are getting the gametes, that is capital T, small t, capital T, small t. Then they get the plant, that is they get the four possibilities of the progenies, pure tall as that of the parental. Then they will get a tall and tall like that of the F1 generation, means that is your hybrid. And then they will get a dwarf same as that of the parental. So it shows that the dwarf character, that is small t, is concealed, that is unexpressed, but it is not blend with the tall plant. So no traits blended with each other. Blend का मतलब है they never used to mix. It doesn't means कि tall और dwarf मिला के एक intermediate height का plant देंगे. Plant is tall. It looks like a tall plant, पर उसमें dwarf character भी present होगा, पर छुपा होगा. जब वो dwarf character को अपना dwarf character मिलेगा, like this way, when this cross with this, they get a pure dwarf plant. So the characters which can express in homozygous form. So what is the homozygous form? That is your capital T and capital T, as well as in the heterozygous form. That characters, they are known as the dominant characters, but which can express only in the homozygous form, that is small t and small t, that is small t and small t, that is known as your recessive character. And so in this, in the F2 generation, they have explained the law of segregation. When the characters or the traits, they are being separated, segregated during the gamete formation, and then they are being crossed with each other, then they can cross, they can fertilize randomly, and they may comes out with the possibility of the dwarf plant or the recessive character. So in the monohybrid cross, the Mendel has explained the two laws. One is the law of dominance, in which the one character is going to express itself where the another remains recessive, and during the gamete formation, when that hetero character, they segregate and then they fertilize, or they cross, or they can have a random fertilization, even the recessive character can express itself in the F2 generation. That law is known as the law of segregation. So this is very important, that how the recessive and the dominant characters the Mendel has explained. So Mendel has a 7 contrasting trait, and he has made the table round wrinkle. So round is dominant, wrinkle is recessive. Similarly, the flower color is violet or the purple and the white, whereas the violet is dominant and the purple is white is recessive. So in this way, they have made the contrasting table with the dominant and the recessive traits. So our next lesson will be on the dihybrid cross, in which the Mendel will have two traits together, and then we will see the genotypic as well as the phenotypic ratios during our dihybrid cross. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.